Good morning, students, friends, and guests. Welcome to the Ithaca College Convocation Ceremony, the official beginning of the academic year and your journey as students at Ithaca College. The Convocation procession will now begin with Ithaca College's African Drumming and Dance Ensemble, led by Dr. Baruch Whitehead, Faculty Board of Trustee member and Associate Professor in the School of Music, Theater, and Dance. And now entering are our College Marshal, Associate Professor Barbara Adams, who's the longest-serving faculty member at the college, and Faculty Marshal Professor Hugh Egan, followed by our distinguished Ithaca College faculty. And now our longest-serving staff as our Staff Marshal, Karen Armstrong, followed by our dedicated Ithaca College staff. Now leading the platform party are Trustee Marshals Dana Professor Patricia Zimmerman and Professor Patrice Pastor, followed by our Ithaca College Board of Trustees. Now members of our senior administration, including the deans of our 5 schools, vice presidents, and a student governance council representative. And our student speaker, Student Governance Council President Grace Medea. Our faculty speaker, Professor Tae Wen Lo. The Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs, Melanie Stein. And our 10th president of Ithaca College, Dr. Lejeune Terry Cornish. The 2022 Convocation ceremony will now begin.
Good morning. I'm Melanie Stein, Provost and Senior Vice President for Academic Affairs. What a mouthful. It means I'm the head of academics. And it is my great honor to convene the 2022 Convocation at Ithaca College. May all who are able please stand for the singing of the national anthem, performed by School of Music, Theater, and Dance student Anshul Deer.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Thank you, Anshul, for that beautiful rendition of our national anthem. I would also like to take a moment to thank the African Drum and Dance Ensemble, under the direction of our faculty trustee and associate professor of music education, Dr. Baruch Whitehead, as well as every volunteer who took the time to make this a special celebration for you, the newest members of our community, our new students. I want to acknowledge all the faculty and staff who are here today. They are incredibly dedicated and talented individuals who are truly the heart and soul of Ithaca College. Welcome to the ceremonial opening of the academic year. At this convocation ceremony, we formally declare the new academic year underway as we come together to welcome you, the entering class of 2026, into this community. As someone who has studied and worked in education as long as I can remember, since the age of 5, without interruption, this has always been my favorite time of year, a time to celebrate new beginnings and the promise of all that lies ahead as you begin and we accompany you on your Ithaca College journey. Today, you, members of the class of 2026, come here to Ithaca from many towns, cities, states, and countries. You bring with you your diverse experiences and interests. Some of you may know exactly what you want to study here and even have a very specific career goal for which your IC degree will prepare you. Others may not see your path so clearly and may even be entering formally as explorers with the goal of identifying your chosen major. And many of you fall somewhere in between. But regardless of the path you have chosen as of today, I want to remind you that college and life is all about exploring. As Edith Witter, a great marine biologist and oceanographer, once said, exploring is an innate part of being human. We're all explorers when we're born. Unfortunately, it seems to get drummed out of many of us as we get older, but it's there, I think, in all of us. And for me, that moment of discovery is just so thrilling on any level that I think anyone that's experienced it is pretty quickly into it. Just as it is human to be curious and to explore, it's also inherently human to seek safety in community by identifying with others with whom we feel a sense of connection. We construct boundaries of all types, defining in-groups to which we belong. For instance, our school, our faith tradition, our national affiliation, to satisfy that human need to feel a part of something. And that is good and totally okay. But we should all be aware that every boundary potentially creates, intentionally or not, an obstacle to exploring. We should all draw on that innate human explorer inside all of us to push ourselves across those boundaries in order to fully explore all life has to offer. In your upcoming IC journey, I encourage you to explore. Explore our rich curriculum. Take classes in different departments or schools. Engage with people who seem different from you. Explore the many activities both on and off campus. Explore Ithaca and the natural beauty of this region. Move outside your comfort zone in all of these ways. Cross every boundary you can, because you never know where your exploring may lead and where you'll discover something that truly excites you. Class of 2026, I leave you with a warm welcome and a challenge to never stop exploring. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce the 10th president of Ithaca College, President Lejeune Terry Cornish.
Good morning, class of 2026. I speak for our faculty, our staff, our alumni, and our returning students when I share how thrilled we all are to welcome you to South Hill. I think we need another round of applause for the class of 2026. So this morning's convocation ceremony marks the official beginning of your time as a student at Ithaca College. You've traveled to South Hill from across the country and across the world. You hail from small towns and you hail from urban centers. You arrive with concrete ideas of majors and career paths, and you arrive with numerous possibilities in mind. Yet and still, as the provost just said, what unites us together, what unites you, is a commitment to exploration. Exploration of technologies and programs, exploration of sounds and visuals, exploration of ideas, exploration of collaboration and connection, exploration in the name of discovery. College is a time of discovery. Discovering who you are and what you want to do with your life is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself and others. And so it is my sincere hope that you begin your time here in the spirit of exploration, but also in the spirit of joy. The joy of exploring who you want to be, what you hope to accomplish, and the possibilities of all you can become in these 4 or 6 years as your authentic self, depending upon your degree program, of course. You will find the words "commitment to excellence" on the Ithaca College seal. I'm asking you to commit to your studies, traverse IC's natural lands, make new friends, join a club that interests you, begin to fully immerse yourself in the IC community. Take time to take in the stunning beauty of the community and the festivals that make Ithaca so unique. Take advantage of all this community has to offer. More important, take advantage of all this college has to offer. In closing, I would be remiss if I did not share that I already feel a strong connection and affinity with you, class of 2026. I've had the honor of serving as provost of Ithaca College and served as its interim president for most of the last academic year. But this semester marks my first full academic year as president, and you are my first class. If you visited with us on Admitted Students Day in the spring, you heard me say, Ithaca College is not simply a place that can transform you. It is a place that will be transformed by you. Welcome to the beginning of our transformation. Class of 2026, on behalf of everyone on this campus and our worldwide IC community, I wish you every success in your pursuit of excellence. And now, I would like to introduce Dr. Tae-Win Loh, an associate professor of biology who started her career at IC in 2013. She holds a BA and an MS in psychology and biology, respectively, from New York University, and a PhD in genetics from Yale University. In addition, she was also the recipient of 2 NIH, National Institute of Health, grants while at IC and provides active lab experiences for students in genetics research. Dr. Loh is also very active, both on campus and in the community, in promoting STEM participation for underrepresented students, particularly women. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Loh.
Thank you, President Cornish, for the introduction, and thank you, President Cornish and Provost Stein, for this opportunity to speak today. When I first read the email inviting me to speak today here, I thought, are you serious? Don't they usually ask someone who's been around for a while to do these types of things? Then I realized, this year will be my 10th year here at Ithaca College. I have been here a while. Then I did the math and realized that it has been over 25 years since I was a first-year college student. Not really sure what to think about that. But then my mind did what it always does. It raced with lots and lots of ideas and thoughts in no particular order, all at the same time. My partner often jokes that my mind must be a very interesting place with the speed at which thoughts come and go in my head, especially since I will often share them as they occur, which can lead to lots of confusion. Luckily for you, I've had some time between then and now to organize my thoughts and filter out the ones that I think are most relevant for you, Humans entering their first year of college at this gorgeous place we call Ithaca College. Sorry, I couldn't resist. So here it goes. I was born and raised in Long Island by immigrant parents. I'm told if you listen carefully or get me going in just the right way, you can hear the remnants of a Long Island accent. My parents encouraged me to follow the rules, go to med school, and marry a nice Chinese doctor. Yeah. Lucky for me, college came along, and I was able to forge my own path, somewhat to the disdain of my parents, and which led to this wonderful life that I have now. Even though I went to college only about 35 miles from my childhood home, I couldn't believe how different things were. I was meeting people from all over the world and with all sorts of different interests and experiences. Truth be told, I was hoping to go to college a little further away, but in the end, I really liked two things about NYU where I ended up. One, the financial aid and scholarship package I got. Two, I liked the largeness of it all. I liked the ability to be anonymous if I wanted to be. I still really do enjoy being anonymous. So me standing up here is a clear example of me pushing past my boundaries and exploring across them. Times have definitely changed since I was in college, and there is so much going on in the world today for us to contend with. But I think of college as a special time and space for me, and I hope it will be for you too today. For me, college was, one, where I learned to think critically, and where I learned to think for myself. I was no longer subjected to my parents' constant advice 24 hours a day. My courses challenged me and taught me critical thinking skills, skills I use in the classroom and throughout my life. Second, I figured out what kind of person I wanted to be, a goal that I'm still working on today. Simply put, I just try to be a better human being today than I was yesterday. Finally, it was where I started to figure out what I wanted to do when I grew up. I say started because it took me, like many others, a while to figure it out. I did not know that I wanted to be a biologist, let alone a biology professor. I majored in psychology, but as a psychology major, I had the opportunity to work in a research lab, and I fell in love with the idea of research. The idea that you could formulate hypotheses, test them, and contribute novel data and ideas to the world. It just took me a while to figure out exactly what discipline was the right one for me. I'm living proof that your college education provides you with a lot of flexibility for your future, and the skills you acquire will be applicable to many, many fields, not just the one that you majored in. What college also provided for me were mentors that I still keep in touch to this day. So get to know the staff and the faculty at IC. You never know who you may end up being a lifelong friend with or who may end up being a fantastic mentor. I'd be remiss to say that I would not be standing here today if it was not just for my mentors in college, but all the mentors I've had throughout my life, including the ones here at Ithaca College. Standing up here in front of you was made a lot easier knowing that I had the support from the faculty and staff across this campus. The most influential people in my life were the ones that I encountered early on, or who helped me lay the foundation to be the professional that I am. And I hope that I can be that person for someone else, which is why I chose to be here at a primarily undergrad institution so that I can mentor and guide the future generation. Because of that, I'm always excited to engage with students in the classroom, the lab, and through other on-campus organizations and activities. Other on-campus activities. There are so many opportunities on this campus and so many ways that you can engage. I really encourage you to do all the things and meet all the people. It doesn't matter what it is or who they are, just get involved. These 4 years will fly by. I have never had anyone say to me, I wish I had done less in college. But I have many friends who will say, I wish I had taken advantage of X, Y, or Z, or I'd gotten more involved. Invest yourself in this community. This is your community for the next 4 years, and the better the community is, the more you will benefit both as a community and as an individual. I want to end with a final thought about why I think it was so easy to forget that I'm about to start my 10th year here at Ithaca College. And that reason is you, the students. I teach the same genetics course every spring, but each year it is different and exciting because each class is unique, because each student is unique. And I really look forward to learning more about each of you and the unique contributions that you will make as individuals and collectively as the class of 2026. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Professor Lowe, for those words of wisdom to our newest class. Now, it is my great pleasure to introduce to you Student Governance Council President, Grace Medea.
If I can open the binder. Good morning, faculty, staff, transfer students, and the class of 2026. Welcome to Ithaca College. I speak for all of us here at IC when I say that we are so excited for you to be here. Ithaca College is a supportive and nurturing community. From President Cornish to all of the college staff, from your professors to your advisors, from your new classmates to your new friends, to all of them, your success here at IC is paramount. Beginning today, you have a new opportunity to explore your interests and find your place within this great community. There is so much you can gain from this community, but I also want to challenge you to find ways you can give back. Whether that's through stepping up as a student leader, volunteering in the greater Ithaca area, or being a friendly face in the classroom, you'll have so many opportunities to give to those around you. Today, I can honestly say Ithaca College feels like a home, but it didn't always start off that way. I don't say that to make you nervous, but rather to offer you the advice that finding your way sometimes takes time. I say that because I wish someone would have told me that when I started school here. It took me a while to make friends, settle into dorm life, and learn how to manage my classes. I began to get nervous that I wouldn't find my place here, and I thought I was alone. However, through joining clubs, pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, and using my voice to advocate for myself, Ithaca became my community, where I started to feel like my true self. So please know you have time, and you don't have to rush to find yourself. You will get there. I would also like to tell you that when I first got to Ithaca, I thought I knew everything I wanted to do. What clubs to join, who I wanted to be friends with, and what I wanted to do with my life. Nothing of what I thought going into my first year came true. You will try so many new activities and develop new interests. Some will inspire you, some will teach you, and some might make you realize a new love. That's okay. Don't be afraid to try something new. Take those risks, make mistakes, and don't be afraid of getting a little messy. I want to conclude by saying that I'm honored to talk with you today, because Ithaca College is so lucky to have you here. We are so excited to see all the gifts you will bring. You have a purpose and calling here. There are so many platforms that you can use to contribute to this community and showcase your amazing voice. You'll have moments to shine in the classroom, on the field, or even on the stage. We can't wait to see everything that you will do and become over your time at Ithaca College. You will make Ithaca a better community. Thank you for choosing Ithaca College. On behalf of the Student Governance Council, we are so excited to welcome you here. Together, we are dedicated to creating a campus community where we can grow together, learn together, and support each other. Each of you received a pin earlier today. This pin was designed by staff, faculty, and students who know that great things will come from the class of 2026. Let this pin remind you of this beginning. I invite you to stand, put on your pins, and wear them with pride. Each of you is now connected by this Ithaca College community. I can't wait for this coming year. Congratulations, class of 2026. We will now be taking a class photo. First years and transfer students, please stand and turn to your right. The photographer is up on the bleachers. over there. Okay. Everyone smile on 3. 1, 2, 3. And now, the alma mater, Ithaca Forever. This was written by Philip Lang in 1984, an IC graduate from the class of 1933. This song has connected generations of IC students, faculty, staff, and alumni. It's a special moment that connects us to our past, to one another, and makes us a forever community. Please refer to the back of the card you were given with your pin on it or the screen behind me. Tradition dictates that whenever the Ithaca College alma mater is played, all students, faculty, staff, and alumni stand. Please stand now as students from the School of Music sing the first verse, and then we will all join in on the second and third verse.
Thank you so much, School of Music, Theater, and Dance students, and thank you, Grace. And thank you, everyone who made this celebration today so special. I want to say once more to our class of 2026, welcome to this community. We are thrilled that you are here. Will faculty and staff please stand if you are able, turn to our students, and welcome them to the community.
We ask that everyone please remain at their seats until the platform party and college leadership have recessed, and then the ushers will release you by rows. Ushers will guide you all accordingly. Thank you. Due to weather conditions, the community picnic will be indoors. If you live in Upper Campus, the towers, or terraces, please make your way to the terrace dining hall for lunch. If you live in Lower Campus, Lower, Upper Quads, please make your way to the Campus Center dining hall. We welcome faculty, staff, and guests to join us for lunch in one of those dining halls. Thank you.